For early access to new episodes and other exclusive content, go to patreon.com/MiharuTheFox. Hey guys, it's Miharu and welcome back to SpyroCast. This is episode 41, and today I have another purple lad with me. Introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm FezPenguin. I'm a little purple penguin animator, artist, and gamer on Twitch.
Oh yeah. So today we have FezPenguin. One of my artist friends. You actually may know his work because he did the PNG tuber that I currently have.
That's right.
It's very adorable.
And I did the Ratchet and Clank thumbnail for the Cracking Time retrospective.
Yes, for the Cracking Time 15th anniversary retrospective, he did the thumbnail for that, and it's wonderful. It's a gorgeous thumbnail. I love it.
It's one of my favorites I've done, but like that's Ratchet and Clank. We're here to talk about Spyro.
Yeah, we're here to talk about Spyro, and then probably at the end we'll get into all our Ratchet and Clank stuff because I know that's been pretty big for us.
Oh yeah.
All right. So my first question is, what is your history with Spyro?
It's a very weird history for me. I had the original. Well, I guess this kind of goes back to like my early days with the PS1. I don't remember getting any of my PS1 games because I was too young to have a cognitive thought. But we had Spyro 1. I remember my sister playing it twice, and that was my first introduction to Spyro. Was Spyro 1. I loved it, but my sister never wanted to play it. So when I was able to play games a bit more and like start getting good at them, I played Spyro 1 and I loved it. I loved the world. I loved, honestly, like the aesthetics of Spyro. Like I was very I'm trying to think what like the word is, like awestruck by just the visuals of it back in the day.
Yeah.
There was something very magical about it and felt very, very cozy, I just want to live in that world, like honestly. But I never got to play the sequels till later on, till like I would say the PS3 generation, where PlayStation would release the 3 Spyro games on there, and I bought them all, and I didn't get to play 2 and 3 till years later, sadly.
I see. But you really like the first one.
I really like the first one. And my opinion on which one I like the most out of the 3 changes a lot. But yeah. I love all 3 of the original Spyro games.
Nice.
And even maybe some beyond. But yeah.
So and beyond that, like what else have you played?
I pretty much played I feel like nearly the entire series. Like there's bar Attack of the Rhinox and Shadow Legacy. They're the only 2 I haven't played.
That's fair.
If I was to say which one I loved, I mean, I was wanting to love A Hero's Tale, but I had some issues with it near the end. I honestly have certain things I love and certain things I'm not the biggest fan of. I like the environments of Legend of Spyro. I like the idea of is it open world in A Hero's Tale?
In a sense.
I love the idea of this one especially. Hero's Tale is such an enigma to me. I'm gonna be real with you.
It is.
Because I have so many problems with it, but it does things that I want from a original new Spyro game. Hence why I say the semi-open world, because like it is open world, but at the same time you've still kind of got those like teleporters that take you to new regions, I guess. It's a game you can feel very heavily is inspired by Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy.
Yeah.
And honestly, for Spyro, I think that's the perfect way to keep going forward with the series. Like, if you really want to do or try an open world-esque Spyro game, doing it something like how the first Jak and Daxter might have did it is something I I think that's a good idea, and they should take that from A Hero's Tale. But yeah, no, there's elements I love, and in all the games beyond the original PS1 trilogy. But there always seems to be like, I love this, but I'm not so sure about this, right? Like,
Right.
I feel like A Hero's Tale, some people would say the humor is a bit much, or nearing the end where it just gets really difficult.
Yeah.
And the GBA games, I mean, I admire they tried to like, bring Spyro to a portable system, but I do kind of get lost in those. But
Yeah, I don't like it's the perspective that throws me
it's
off. I
the
don't like the
perspective,
isometric
yeah.
perspective.
No, it's that, and like also just like, I don't know if it's just me, but like when you look at a Spyro level, especially on the PS1, you know where like certain areas are because there's like a visual distinctive look to, when you're in the first level of Spyro 1. It's like, oh, there's the little waterfall area where you jump on the rocks there. That's where, Sunny Flight. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was called Sunny Flight. God, I'm
Yeah.
showing myself up here. And you got that little maze area, and like there's certain bits in a Spyro level that you can tell, okay, that's where we are here. This is where we are there. But in the GBA games, like I kind of get lost due to the fact that it looks very samey.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, where am I? What am I doing? It's like, I feel blind.
Exactly. A lot of the areas look very similar. And
Yeah.
I'll be running around and like running by portals and being like, oh, is that place? No, it's that other place.
Yeah, and I want to collect everything, but it's just hard to. And of course, I don't have the little sparks telling me where to go, which, in my opinion, was one of the greatest. I think that was like an addition I really liked in Reignited, where they let you have the sparks like gem finder ability, like at any
Yeah.
point, and not having to unlock it.
Yeah. It's still like it still like blows people's minds sometimes when they're playing it for the first time and like sometimes I go on Twitch to see people who are playing it for the first time and I tell them about the gem finder only if they're really really lost and they're just like,
Mm.
wait, what? And I'm like, yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah, this was always here. What? Yeah, I mean, it helps out so much, and it definitely like keeps the flow going. Which I think there's an artistry as well with the main three Spyro games, like the flow of how the levels go on, and just how you go from level to level to level. That I really think was kind of lost after. I mean, I guess you kind of had it in Enter the Dragonfly, but I feel like that was a little lost going into the later games in the Spyro series. And honestly, kind of like they in a way they kind of just they went darker. It was like
Yeah.
in tone and more focused on the stories, which was an interesting direction. I would say, like, because we went from barely having a story in Spyro 1 to like now it's Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, basically.
Literally with the same actor as well,
Yeah.
Um
Yeah, it really did get like that starting with honestly starting with the hero's tale. I think it just got like that because even the trailer for that kind of made it
yeah.
seem like this is a little bit darker than normal.
Yeah, and then you get the game and like Spyro's like, hello, chicks, and like saying stuff like that, and you're
Yeah.
like, I'm sorry, what is this tone?
Yeah. The tone's kind of all over the place in the hero's tale.
Yeah.
They didn't really know what they were doing.
Yeah. It I've it's always interested me why they went that direction. Like, would you say that like going into the more fantasy and like kind of dark storytelling was the best way for Spyro, like to go forward, or would you want like the wackiness of, well, I don't know if it's wackiness, but like,
It's tough because to me, Spyro always had a balance.
yeah,
It was never like full on wacky, and it was
mm,
never like dark and edgy.
it felt like a Nickelodeon show in
Yeah,
a way.
it always had this really good balance, and I don't.
Yeah,
It's something that's like hard to strike again, I guess.
yeah. I think I personally like where I like the tone of the original three games, which is like, whoa, big shock to everyone, I guess. But I like the tone of the original three games
Yeah,
and how they deal with that balance. I also like the level variety because, you get cool levels like Robotica Farms and Metropolis, which I feel like you wouldn't have got that later in the Spyro series, where you would have like, oh, Spyro's just in the future now,
right.
fighting sheep. Like,
I don't know if I'd call Robotica Farms a cool level, but yeah, I get what you mean.
yeah, I mean, you got that annoying chase the bugs mission, but like, I don't know. I think a farm level is just like funny. It's just silly. As I like some of the out there choices for levels in the original Spyro trilogy, where it's like we're not fully all going in on a medieval fantasy theme. Like he is just Spyro's in a futuristic city. Here he is in like a sunny beach. Like
Yeah.
I you know I kind of like that. It really showed the creativity, I guess, in a way, or like, yeah.
Yeah, and the thing about that is I actually think that Enter the Dragonfly has some like really cool level ideas as well.
Oh yeah,
I think it carried into that.
the Thieves' Den is one that I thought was like, I mean, it can be tricky. It can be tricky, but Thieves' Den was one that I thought was cool just because, we finally get to see the world of these thieves that we've been chasing in Spyro 1. And what you had oh god, what else was there? There was I'm trying wasn't there a Jurassic Park, like a Jurassic Park type level?
Yeah, Jurassic Jungle.
Yeah, you know, Into the Dragonfly has some really cool ideas. It's just a shame. It was very short, and it was Enter the Dragonfly. But that's the thing. Like, even the Spyro games that never did as well, I still think brought some cool new ideas and concepts to the formula. Like I say, Hero's Tale, I would say it would be trying to go open world. I think that's a novel concept that they, in the hypothetical Spyro 4, I think it's an idea they should maybe look into.
Mm. But before we get into the Spyro 4 stuff, actually, I wanted to ask, what are your favorite and least favorite games?
Oh boy. My favorite right now, I for the longest time I would say it was Spyro 2, but every time I've been replaying the games lately, Spyro 1 is, I don't want to say it's nostalgia, but I really admire and adore just like how that game flows. There's no missions or mini games that, like trouble. Well, I mean, I say trouble with the trolley. I never really had much trouble with that, but there's no mini games that make me go, oh man, this is ruining it for me right now. Like my enjoyment. Spyro 1 just kind of, it's straight to the point. Go collect dragon fathers, um,
Yeah.
and get all the gems. And I really like that flow. I love the levels. I love how it all. It's a very replayable game to go back to just spend a couple of hours and explore these cool worlds.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd say the only Spyro game I've ever really had a problem with in terms of the mini games was it's two in Spyro 3 of all things. Two mini games in Spyro 3.
Huh.
It's the boxing mini game.
Yeah, okay.
I never liked it. Even in Reignited, it doesn't feel great.
No, it doesn't feel
Um,
good.
nah. And the other one, this is more on the original PS1 version. That mini game in the super bonus round where you're like racing the Yetis.
Yeah.
Hate it. I hate it. Like they made it easier a little bit in Reignited. Hate it on the PS1. Like I don't know what it is.
They made it easier because it's so broken.
Yeah, yeah, it is. The PS1 one was just like what I don't know what we're doing here, you know. But as for my least favorite Spyro game, I mean, I would say it's the two I haven't played. Well, you know what? I played a little bit of Attack of the Rhino. So I kind of want to say that because, but I think that was just more. I was burnt out by playing GB as Spyro. If I had to say a Spyro game I hate the most, I don't want to say Into the Dragonfly because I feel like you've heard that one a lot from a lot of people. You know what? It might have to be Attack of the Rhino. I just couldn't get into it. I
Okay.
really just couldn't get into it. Like I found it very boring. I mean, Eternal Night is also another one. So that game is just broken beyond belief, in my opinion. But yeah,
Yeah. I think if most people like if most people don't say if they don't say Enter the Dragonfly, then they would probably say like any of the GBA games.
yeah.
Like I've heard Spyro Orange.
Oh yeah. I mean that one's easy to go because it's like everyone and their mother like doesn't like that crossover. It seems. I just never played Spyro Orange, you know. I guess. Well, I beat it when I was a kid, but I don't remember much of it
Yeah.
to say I truly hate it.
Okay. That clears that up then. So how do you feel about the idea of Spyro 4 and do you think it's happening anytime soon?
It better happen soon.
It better happen.
It better happen
That's a
soon.
threat.
Yeah, no, like a front-facing Fez will like come go to Toys for Bob or whoever's working. You know, I'll go to Xbox and like appear in Phil Spencer's like bedroom, like front-facing, and going, "You will make Spyro 4, or so help me." No, I feel like it's gonna happen. I constantly say if you can read the signs everywhere. Toys for Bob changing their whole branding to like a purple gem kind of color. Them saying "keep your horns on" in their like going indie posts. I feel like it's happening. I mean, there's been a bit. I don't know if it's just me as well, but I've been noticing like people say, "Oh, look, Spyro's showing up on like Xbox Game Pass stuff." Like they're advertising he's on there. I always think in the mindset of if something's happening, usually you would see a publisher like bring Spyro up or like bring this IP up to kind of get it in the back of people's minds again. It's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
Spyro. Like when's there a new game coming out? And like that's how you like kind of. It's like a subtle hype build up for hype. Like I might be wrong about this, but
Yeah. Subliminal messages.
yeah, yeah. It's like really, it's trying to get you thinking in your mind of like, oh yeah, I remember Spyro. Oh, wouldn't it be great to have a new one? And then that's when bang, they hit you with the announcement of Spyro 4. And I feel like that's what we're kind of seeing right now a little bit. Like, I mean, I remember there was a few months ago, like Microsoft was doing something and they just like brought up Spyro the Dragon on stage, and I think it was like the co-pilot thing. I might be wrong, and people were just like, "Whoa, it's like, yo, they're actually mentioning him again." So I think in a way, Spyro 4 is most likely happening, and I would bet money on that's what Toys for Bob is working on right now. As for what I would want from Spyro 4, I mean, I've kind of already said it, but I would like them to kind of go the Jack and Daxter Precursor Legacy route, where, you can still have the levels kind of be standalone, but they're kind of all connected to each other in a way.
Yeah.
And, you can focus on one area, get everything, go to the next area, get everything there. Like, I think, honestly, that's what I want to see from new Spyro game. I would like a new villain, but I feel like they're going to go for probably like a Riptor again,
Ugh.
which
That's like my one fear is like bringing back Ripto, like the whole nefarious thing.
yeah, it's like how many times like that was a thing with the I would say the Spyro games lent on too much after the PS1 trilogy where they would be like, oh, do you remember this villain from PS1? Oh, well, they're back now. And like they kept
Yeah.
doing that. They did it with Nasty Nork once. And then the
Yeah,
GBA
once.
games after like, having what was it, Gwendor or Gendor?
Grendor, yeah.
Grendor, which, cool idea for a villain, I guess. That makes me happy seeing an original villain at least. But after that one GBA game, they're just like, all right, it's Riptor. Oh, it's Riptor again. I mean, dude, honestly, the Attack of the Rhinox intro, where like they look through the telescope and there's just that render of like Riptor just bouncing up and down. It's one of the
Yeah.
funniest things to me. But yeah, they relied a bit too much on Riptor, and once again, I feel like they're going to go for him. But I personally want to see a new villain. Would you want it? Because like I also feel like this could have been slightly overdone as well. How would you feel if it was a evil dragon again? Because we've kind of had that.
Actually, it would be a good idea. I once had this idea with Bonsai Basher. Hi Bonsai Basher if you're still listening to these. But we thought of like Gaul and Maya dragons. We want like evil dragon siblings.
I would love that. Now that would actually be a change for once, yeah. Because we've only ever really had like when it's been an evil dragon, it's been one evil dragon. We've had Red, we've had Malifaux, we've had, I mean, Cinder as well, I guess. I honestly, I feel like a Golem Maya dragon type villain that would be interesting.
Yeah. Or like if they took like an existing villain and just kind of like made them better, like the sorcerer or
Mm,
something, that would be fine.
yeah, the sorceress she never really came back, did she?
The sorceress didn't come back, but the hey, if we okay, imagine if we okay, maybe we could do this because I just mentioned like Gaul and Maya dragons and stuff. If we have two kind of villains, maybe bring back the sorceress and then bring back the sorcerer
Oh
from Shadow
yeah,
Legacy.
finally get him in a good game.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, take an existing villain, like the sorcerer, and like make him better because I, he's got like he has interesting aspects to him,
Mm.
and I know they could do something with that.
I'm just looking up the sorcerer again. Oh wow, he's got a really cool design. Okay, the reason I'm not too familiar with the sorcerer is because I've never really played um
Right.
Shadow Legacy, but that is a really cool design. I would love to
Yeah,
see
he
him
actually
back.
does have a cool design.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be all for that. The sorcerer and the sorceress, like, oh, and he's a purple
Yeah, I
dragon as
think
well. But yeah,
that would
no,
work.
bring him back.
He's definitely I think he's the precursor to Malifaux.
Oh, really?
I mean, he must be because like you got like big evil purple dragon, like
Mm,
that was definitely Malifaux, so he must have been like the precursor to him.
okay. I will say I'm looking up this character. Sorry, side tangent here. I just found a picture that is the funniest thing. It just says in the sorcerer's fortress, Bianca spies on the sorcerer and Red before being discovered, and like this picture of Bianca is the funniest
Just being
thing.
like zapped is that the one?
No, she's just standing there like gormless with no expression.
Yeah, Bianca. Yeah, Bianca gets done dirty in Shadow Legacy. Honestly,
Yeah, I mean, hey, at least we got her back in it because like she wasn't in a Hero's Tale,
no,
I
she should have
believe.
been.
Yeah.
I'm glad that she at least tried to do something.
Oh yeah.
She really attempted to like face off against the villains or like discover what they were up to, but unfortunately she was like, "Ah, there she is," and then she got zapped.
I will say this about Spyro. We should get playable Bianca. I think it's time.
Yes.
Like I know they're like, oh, Laura, because they redesigned her. But I think I think Bianca as a playable character would be really cool. Like, could you imagine the amount of spells she could do with her gameplay and like her little move set? Like, I don't know. I feel like she has the potential to add something to the playable cast of Spyro characters that the
Oh
others
yeah.
wouldn't really have, and a unique twist.
Bianca's got a ton of potential as a playable character, and honestly, this is what I've been thinking of, not just like with her, with her wand and magic and stuff, but like being with Hunter, who is an archer. If he teaches her how to use a bow, she's like she's like a rogue mage. Like,
Magic
she
arrows.
could magic arrows. Like I think I would just love her even more.
Yeah, oh, I would love that. I really, yeah, I'm. Oh god, I really hope she's playable now. Get Spyro, Aurora, Bianca, and Hunter. Get all four of them playable. I'm curious if Bianca would be redesigned. 'Cause, not to talk too much about this franchise, but in Crash Team Rumble, we did see the Aurora redesign happen,
Mm-hmm.
which I personally think is probably another hint or reason why possibly Spyro 4 is happening, because that just felt out of nowhere, honestly.
Right. Like Elora being playable in Crash Team Rumble, it felt like they were almost like testing the waters for what she
Mm-hmm.
could do.
Yeah.
And I love her moveset, honestly. The healing stuff is super cool, and her jumps and kicks, it's all great.
Yeah, it really, honestly, it makes me think that Spyro 4 might just have like a plethora of playable characters. I could see the main four, like that we mentioned, being playable. I mean, there is a chance that we could probably see Riptor playable. I'm
Mm,
not sure, but personally, I would like Riptor not to be in the next Spyro game, just because I don't know.
yeah. He could be like referenced, but I don't know
Yeah,
if
have him referenced, but like I don't think I'm needing him in the next game. Yeah, I'd rather have
yeah.
the sorcerer right now or someone new. Either one I'd be completely fine with.
Yeah. I mean, there's always been a talk of like, oh, should we bring Ripto back and have it be like a a Cortex thing
Mm,
where he's like working with Spyro and he's playable, and I'm like, I guess
yeah,
it could work, but I just don't want that. Not immediately anyway.
I don't know why they've always kind of like with Spyro. I feel like there's always been this kind of one after the original trilogy to like Spyro needs a true arch nemesis, and a part of me is like, does he really? Does he really need it? Because I mean, that was the thing with the Insomniac games. They never repeated villains. Like,
Yeah, they never had an established like arch enemy. They would always do different ones, and that was like a really cool concept for me. It's like, oh, it's very, episodic.
yeah,
You got like new villains all the time, and like it's fine if you bring them back every once in a while. Like that's cool. I mean, the reason that I love A Crack in Time so much is because like that was the first like real major appearance of Nefarious after his debut.
and they waited a while for that as well. Like it wasn't
Yeah,
like soon, and then that kind of goes into it. Like, and the thing how we feel with Nefarious now, and kind of what I'm saying with Ripto is that Nefarious in a cracking time that was impactful. Like, oh my god, he's back. Oh my god, like this is
yeah,
exciting. And then they just kept bringing him back, and after a while, it kind of just loses its impact and like, oh great, it's stuck the nefarious. Whoa.
yeah. It's like, oh, you're back, and then oh, you're back.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm wanting with Spyro is like, wait a bit. If you're gonna bring Riptor back, it would be cool to like just go, yeah, Riptor's back in Nasty Nox with him for some reason. I don't know. Just like wait a bit, hold them off, then bring them back in an impactful way. And not just like, oh hey Spyro, I've come out of a portal. Anyway.
Yeah. Hey, what's up?
What's up, buddy? I have a new voice now.
Oh my god. Oh, that's damn, if Ripto comes back and he's like not voiced by Craig Berger, it's gonna be weird.
What if he is and he sounds different again?
Yeah, what if he is? He sounds like he didn't Enter the Dragonfly.
Yeah, and he's like, I forgot. But yeah, keep Ripto away for a while, then have a big impact for him later. Like put
Yeah.
Spyro 6, you know, we've been there. Wait, I say Spyro 6, but how long have we been waiting for Spyro for?
Yeah, I know. It's like at this rate that'll never happen.
At this rate, I'll be in my 60s.
Like, do you think we're actually getting Spyro 4 within the next 5 years, at least?
Yes.
Okay.
Once again, blame me if this doesn't happen. I'm pretty confident it's Spyro that Toys for Bob is working on. And I know a lot of people is like, oh, we're going to hear about it this year. I don't think so. I honestly feel like we're either going to hear about it in 2026 or 2027. It's one of those 2 years. I'm calling it right now. I mean, if we see someone at the Game Awards, cool. But just considering that, I imagine they started development right after Crash Team Rumble ended support, and obviously, you know, they kind of with the fallout of the layoffs and then going indie, hiring back people again. I feel like that would have kind of slowed down a bit of the production at first, but I feel hopefully at this point, because they've been quiet for a little bit now.
Right.
They've probably been, you know, working on the game. And I mean, when they ended Crash Team Rumble support last year?
Yeah.
I think it could be 2026 or 7 at the most. That we see the inevitable Spyro 4, where we go, whoa, holy crap, it's Spyro.
It's Spyro. It's gonna be crazy. I mean, I'm gonna be crying.
Oh yeah. Hopefully Phil Spencer doesn't go, we've got one big last announcement for you, and then you're like, oh, what is it? What is it, Phil? And it's Call of Duty Black Ops.
Yeah. Like it always is.
Yeah.
So if you were to list the most important things you think a new game should have, what would they be?
I would like kind of honestly, I kind of would like it to take some inspiration from Spyro 1 again.
Okay. That's one thing that I think it should have too. Like the exploration.
The exploration, I mean, I don't know if people will be mad at this, but like I kind of just don't want the minigame stuff again. Or at least like calm it down a little bit.
Yeah, at least tone it down. I think it would be weird to not have them at all. Just because I'm so used to it.
Yeah.
But
I think I just want like the flow of Spyro 1 again. I would like once again, I've mentioned it a few times during this, but make it open world like Jack and Daxter open world, not, you know, I don't want to see a Breath of the Wild Spyro game. I want to see something that's built like Jack and Daxter 1's open world, where it's just interconnected levels.
Yeah.
Because I think that would work really well with Spyro, would work really well for exploration. I would like playable characters, and I would like the option to switch between them and explore the worlds as those characters. I guess in a way it would be like DK64, except without having to... Except maybe not as excessive with like having, you know...
Right. Not too many collectibles, at least.
Yeah. Like keep it focused. That's what I want from Spyro. You can make it interconnected worlds, keep it focused. Once again, like Jack and Daxter. I honestly I cannot sing the praises of Jack 1 enough when it comes to a potential new Spyro, because like that is literally all I'm picturing.
I mean, it works.
Yeah.
Like when done right, it can work like really good. It just like Hero's Tale just had its flaws.
Yeah.
And it didn't really, you know, live up to its full potential.
Yeah. But yeah, give me like, you know, have the 4 playable characters that we've talked about, have them. I want a new villain, or bring back a villain that we've not seen back before, like, you know, the Sorcerer or the Sorceress. I mean, maybe the Sorceress might be a bit too soon, because of if it takes place after Spyro 3, then maybe that might be a bit too soon. But...
Yeah.
And just make it fun. Don't go too dark fantasy. That's my thing. Like, keep the tone of the original 3 games.
Yes, keep it balanced.
Yeah, and yeah, that is literally all I would want from Spyro. I'd be super happy with that. I don't need to see a skill tree in Spyro.
Yeah, yeah, no RPG elements, although I know some people have been saying that.
Yeah, maybe the elemental breaths could be an idea again. I don't. What is your take on the elemental breaths?
I like them. I think that's something that should return.
I would like them. I would also like it if they would actually, because you know how like the fairies in Spyro 1 kind of transform Spyro's look a bit.
Yeah.
Could we have that with the elemental breaths? Because like I think every single time like that ice costume he had in the Winter Guardian costume he had in CTR, like that was so cool.
Yeah.
It would be cool to have like a fire Spyro and like I can imagine his horns and like the spiky mohawk being like set on fire when he's in this fire form, and like that'd be like such a cool look, and like having electricity form. That would be really cool. I mean, hey, maybe you could like say Bianca, enchants his breaths. You could have her be the one that like gives him these new powers.
Yep.
I think that would be really cool, actually. And that'd be a really great way to have her in the game, and have her like have an impact. Because all I can remember in Enter the Dragonfly is she appears for one cutscene.
Yeah, she does. She gives him a bubble breath or something, and then she just disappears.
Yeah. Yeah, like have her give him these new forms and abilities, and yeah, play into that. Play into these new abilities. Do some cool like puzzles. Don't make them too complicated, but make like you could do some cool puzzles with them. Maybe even have some breaths we haven't even thought about.
Yeah.
Could be a cool idea. I mean, I'm trying to think in my head right now. Like I don't know. Maybe they don't have to all be elemental. Maybe you could have some that are just like weird, just weird ideas for.
Like what about like the power-up gates or things like that?
The power-up gates could be like the way he transforms, you think?
Probably.
Yeah.
I think like more combination power-ups would be cool.
Oh yeah, that would definitely be cool. Yeah, just do more stuff like that. Add to the world as well. Just like maybe let's go to places we've never seen before. Like where does Moneybags live? Like have a level based on like
Yeah, so we can see his family like in Shadow Legacy.
yeah, like honestly, can you imagine if he just has a mansion and they just make a whole level that's like a Moneybags mansion? You could like see like paintings of his family and all the gems he's like stolen from people.
Like, well, while we're at it, like show everybody's families. At this point, we're just asking for a Shadow Legacy remake.
Yeah. Yeah, basically Shadow Legacy if it was good. But like I want to see stuff like that, like maybe let's do the Thieves Den again. Why did the dragons stay for the most part? Like have a or have a location where Bianca learned. Well, I mean Bianca learned her magic from the sorceress, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna say like it would be cool to have like a little school and maybe have it tied to the sorceress, like a little wizard or magic school.
See, that would be interesting.
Yeah, and then you could like really make Bianca playable there as well.
I've talked about before, one of my what if ideas was what if Bianca had an apprentice?
Oh yeah.
And I think there's a lot of potential for Bianca in a new game, like her being playable with her magic or having an apprentice, or if for some reason we brought the sorceress back as a villain, there could be some interesting character stuff there. There's a lot that they could do, and I'm not sure if they'll ever go that far with it because I'm the only one who thinks that deeply about Bianca, but
no, but I feel like these could be cool ideas that flesh out the characters a bit more, and honestly I could definitely see with how Toys for Bob handled Crash Bandicoot 4, I could definitely see them like looking at the SpyroCast and like thinking more of like, okay, how do we flesh these characters out even more than they were originally?
Yeah.
I mean, we saw in Crash Boards, like you got Dingo, he now has a diner and stuff like that. Engine's all focused on rock now, and he's getting a concert. Like Toys for Bob have an eye for fleshing out characters that barely have much of a character.
Right. And they're no stranger to like making things a little bit darker
Yeah.
either because like, you got Alt Tana with
Hmm.
her backstory and like femtropy
Yeah.
and all that stuff. So you know what? They could do it.
Yeah. I could definitely see it, and I think that'll give us some really cool locations and levels that we may never. Honestly, like I haven't even thought about like Moneybags Mansion level or Bianca Wizard School like level in a Spyro game. But now that I'm thinking about it, I want to see this, and I can definitely just see Toys for Bob go in that direction. With a new Spyro game, and I think that would be really cool, and we're gonna have even more reasons to love these characters.
Yeah.
If this is where it goes.
I have faith that they can pull off something really good.
Same here, honestly. I have full faith. After Crash 4 and Spyro Reignited, I have faith.
All right. Well, I have no more questions, so we're gonna end off here. Thank you so much, Fez, for being on this episode of SpyroCast.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. I had a great time chatting and talking about the little purple dragon.
Which you need to stream.
I do. Hopefully soon. Hopefully we'll do it soon.
I'll be there for that. Speaking of streams, Fez and I have been going through the entirety of the Ratchet and Clank series.
That's right. It's been great, except the last 3 games we played.
Yeah, he's been playing all of them on his Twitch, and I've been there for moral support. He definitely needed it during the last few games because those are some doozies.
Yeah, we did the 2 PSP games and Deadlock back to back. To which one of them blue screened on you. I think it was Deadlock.
It was deadlocked. Deadlocked made my laptop blue screen. It was kind of crazy.
It was a chaotic final string for that game.
And I'm gonna leave it at that. So, that will do for this episode. Again, thank you so much, and thank you to all of you out there for listening. As always, don't forget to subscribe for more casual gaming content, and I will see you next time. Until then, this is Miharu, signing off.
Goodbye.